What's going on, traders? In this video I just wanted to do a quick trade review of a trade I took last week on USDCAD. I made 2-to-1 on this trade. I thought it was a very good trade. It happened pretty quickly, and I'm basically just going to be breaking it down. So the time frame sequence I use, as for most of you know, for supply and demand, you use 3 time frames to take trades. And in this sequence, in this instance, I was using the weekly as my highest time frame, the daily as my intermediate, and then the 4-hour as my entry. So what you're seeing right now is the weekly chart, and as you can see, we are clearly in a downtrend. We have supply zones being respected, demand zones being removed here. As you can see, there's no real supply down here, so it's not like there was a weekly demand zone in control. It would have been a bad trade if that was the case. So very clear downtrend here on the weekly chart. So that was I'm basically just showing you guys my top-down analysis. And by the way, if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments down below, and I will respond to every single question. So the chart I just showed you was the weekly. We're in a weekly downtrend. This is the daily chart right here, which is my intermediate time frame, which is very important for trend if you're trading outside your higher time frame. As you can see, we have this trend line here. The trend line's far away. It's clearly a downtrend. We have demand zones being removed. No demand down here at all. There's nothing. So it's clear movement to the downside if we can get an entry, which I did. So this is my daily time frame, clearly on a downtrend. So as of now, we have a weekly plus daily downtrend. So now what I'm doing is I'm looking for 4-hour zones to short based on those two factors, and we'll go into the charts and I'll show you exactly where I entered the market. Alright, so here we have the 4-hour chart, and I'm just going to use the bar replay function to see what I was looking at right here. Just ignore all these zones over here. Obviously all of this happened later, but basically what I saw was this when I looked at the market. So basically we had the weekly downtrend, daily downtrend. So now I'm looking for 4-hour zones to get short. I noticed this zone up here, which I really liked, but price wasn't coming back up to there, and basically we had this low. And for all the Patreon members that track the zones with me, you probably were asking, oh, how is this a tradable zone? What did it remove? Well, the thing is, for the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frames, it's very difficult to track all the zones, and sometimes you don't even get enough data to track all the zones. So what I do in that situation is I just find the zones that make a new low, and as you can see, this line I just drew right here was the low, and this zone made a new low right here. So to me, that was qualified as a zone, and the only reason I'll do that too is in a trending market, where basically for confirmation trades you want to make sure you're tracking all the zones, but for trending markets it's a little less relevant, and that'll just come with more time. And I think the Patreon members will start to realize that as they're watching the zones along with me. So I noticed this zone right here. I'll just speed it up here. So basically it's coming back in. I think around this point is when I went to the 1-hour time frame right here, and I found this zone right here. Let me just pull it up. I found this nice zone right here. Let me make it a different color. So I found this supply zone right here that's embedded inside a 4-hour supply zone as well. And I actually put my stop loss, so basically I entered the trade like this. This beige zone is the whole 4-hour zone. I didn't want to just put my stop right there. I wanted to make sure I gave it some room. My stop was somewhere up here. I don't remember the exact place where it was, but basically price came up, tagged me in the trade, and then that happened, which was pretty lucky. It was definitely lucky that happened. I mean, the trade I think would have worked out anyways, but some sort of news came out, and the US dollar ended up tanking. And so basically I had a target somewhere around here, I believe, at like 2-to-1. But what I did was I just bumped my stop loss somewhere around here. I think I went to a 15-minute. Yeah, I bumped my stop loss here above this 15-minute zone, and then I was at a friend's house and my take profit ended up getting hit. I think it was on this next candle. I don't remember exactly. I wasn't at home, but yeah, my first take profit was hit somewhere around here. And then basically I had a little bit of a flip zone right here, something like that. And so my first take profit was hit, and then I bumped my stop loss above this zone, like right here, something like that. And basically what that did was the combination of this take profit, and if this stop loss was to get triggered, I basically locked in a 2-to-1 guaranteed, which I'm happy with, because something like this could have happened where came up and then went back down, and then I would have taken this stop loss and I would have moved it down as well. But that didn't happen, and the price ended up just coming up, and it tagged me out on this wick right here. And so I made my 2-to-1, and I was very happy with that trade. I could have made more. I could have just taken profit down here somewhere, like for a 3-to-1, but I said, you know what, I might as well try to hold on. I'm happy with a 2-to-1 trade, and maybe I can get like a 4-to-1 if I let it go. It didn't end up working out, but you know what? That's fine with me. I was very happy with the trade. I liked my top-down analysis, and that's why it's important to do this top-down analysis. You can't just take trades. You can't just take trades randomly. You need to be doing top-down analysis. So I hope this video made sense. Like I said, if you have any questions at all, let me know in the comments down below. I will respond to every single one. And I hope you guys have a great day. Cheers.